There's stuff hidden there that they do not want us to know about. And just like in Crimea, the military swoops in when they find ancient artifacts. The same thing happened in Iraq, in the desert. They swooped in. They raided the Iraqi museum. Within 48 hours of the first bombs falling on Baghdad, the Iraqi museum was raided by giant black CIA trucks that took out all the ancient artifacts out of the Baghdad museum. It's become a war of controlling ancient technology, people. And you'll understand why I say this when you realize what we're dealing with here, what Adam's calendar is, what all these ancient ruins are. So, to understand how big this ancient gold mining empire of Enki was and what the Anunnaki were really up to, and I must tell you that I cannot even stress enough the influence that the Anunnaki had on the entire reality that we face today. The influence not just on the human affairs, but on affairs on this planet probably for millions of years. And this is a spectacular bit of information that unfolds as you get deeper and deeper into this research. It is quite spectacular. The Anunnaki seem to be these beings that are possibly multidimensional beings at this stage, and they love the physical form, and this is why the obsession with gold. Okay, we're not even going to go there, because remember, they weren't obsessed with the gold for its shiny metal because they could trade with it. No, they were interested in the gold because of the monoatomic form, or the white powder of gold, or the manna from heaven, or the bread of God, or the muftak, or the many names that it's been given over the years. The white powder of gold, the monoatomic form of gold that has very uncanny properties in our reality here. Levitation, transmutation, it vanishes from reality. It goes into a different dimension between 700 and 800 degrees Celsius. The white powder of gold, a little pile of it starts to disappear in the laboratory, and by 800 degrees it's gone. Gone. And you sweep the little, this is David Hudson's research, and you sweep the little plate where the pile of white powder was, and just in case you can't see it, but it's still there, and when you reduce the temperature, it keeps coming back. The white powder reappears. And so it's got some very interesting cladding properties, the monoatomic gold, and that's what the Anunnaki were after. It's got healing properties, it seems to align your DNA, it cures all disease, all this kind of stuff. Okay, this is why when Moses came down from the mountain, and remember they were in the desert for how many years already, the Israelites, how true that story is, who knows, but the information we get in it is very important. So when Moses comes down from the mountain, the Israelites build a golden calf, right? And he's very angry, and he takes the calf and he burns it in the fire. What happens to the golden calf in the fire? It doesn't turn to molten gold, it turns to white powder. Wow, that's interesting. And not just once, twice. It's in Exodus and in Leviticus. We read how Moses turns the golden calf into white powder. And then what does he do? He takes the white powder, he puts it in the water, and he feeds it to the Israelites. I guess it tells us that it's got healing and curing properties, because by then they probably weren't very clean without water and food and sanitation, and they were probably riddled with disease. So he gave them the white powder to keep them pure and keep them clean, and maybe cure some of their diseases. Who knows? You make up your own mind what he did and why he gave them the white powder. But how many of these ruins were there in this vast gold mining empire in the Abzu?